Diesel driving by. Sorry for the background noise. Haven't went live for everybody in a while. And if you guys watched the Odyssey video I just put out Friday, we talked about this 400EX that somebody ran with no oil in it. Well, I don't have time to make a video on it, but what I can do is turn the camera on real quick and go live with you guys. So, getting to this point, got all the stuff out of the way, plastics, gas tank, you know, everything that's going to need to be removed, take the top end off. So we'll wait for a couple of you guys to come on in the chat, but yeah, I don't really think you, I know some of us have a joke going on saying that a 400EX will damn near run with no oil in it, but not a good idea. Not a very good idea. Looks like there was telltale signs of oil seeping out of this engine everywhere. And if this didn't give you a clue that maybe it's leaking oil, that'd be a good spot to check if your machine is in this type of condition. We can see that we got oil on the frame, even though the frame is wet and dirty right now. You can see that, you know, oil's been leaking out of all these too and running down them. So leak from here could have been running down all the way down. These could be leaking as well. Half of the thread holes that hold the rocker cover on were shot. So little backstory on this. This is somebody else's bike. He bought it a few months ago, had an oil leak, and ran it with no oil in it. There was like maybe a shot glass worth of oil. Like if I let it collect for like 15 minutes, there might have been a shot glass worth of oil between the oil tank and the engine together. So, you know I say it. I know I've heard Mike Sabo say it in the past too. A TRX400EX will damn near run with no oil in it. It's obviously a joke. You can't run these with no oil. But so I got to this point where I'm about to take the cam gear off the cam, and so I can get the chain off. And I went to go rotate the engine on the other side to get to the other bolt that holds the cam gear on, and it's like obviously the piston's welded to the cylinder, so she ain't budging at all. It maybe turns back and forth about 5 degrees, and that's probably just the play in the bearings and stuff on the crank. It is totally smoked. Totally smoked. But what was I going to say here? So I went live because obviously whoever did this engine before bought Chinese parts for it. Now, Chinese parts meaning bearings. So 400EX, if you guys don't know how the oiling works, and I'm going to get a little technical here for a second, so follow along. So we know our oil pump is down here, and then it pumps oil up in to the gallery and where the oil filter goes, gallery, vein, whatever you want to call it. Now, you see this other shape in the case right here, this little hump right here? That is another hole that oil gets fed through. It goes through the clutch cover, and it has 3 ports, I believe, 2 or 3, that run through the center cases. One pumps oil for your transmission, and then the other one comes over here, and there's a little orifice in there that determines how much oil pressure is going to get sent to the top end, because you got to have equal pressure everywhere. So it then pumps the oil through a hole in the cylinder, and then this little embossment that you see in the fins here, that continues going up with the oil flow. Now that hole where that comes out, here's your little cam dowel. This little hole in the corner, that's where your oil gets pumped in from. And that's another chamber that's on the rocker cover. Now, when this chamber fills up with oil and oil pressure, it then pushes the oil down the hollow cam that's in here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see how the cam is hollow. This bearing here is supposed to have a green, well, from factory, there'll be a green seal on the bearing, meaning that the oil cannot flow through this bearing. And then it will flow through the cam, fill up this chamber over here, and the oil will also squirt out of the cam. There's little holes drilled in the cam, so it squirts oil out. As it's spinning, it's sloshing oil all over the valves. And then this bearing over here is supposed to have no seals on it, so the oil can spill in to the head, the excess, and then fall down the cam chain. Well, the bearing that's on here is an open-ended bearing. So the oil pressure that's going to build up here, that's for the whole top end, the oil itself, is just going through this bearing and dumping right back down the cam chain hole. You're probably getting a little bit over here, but this whole thing is just smoked. Hopefully I understood that so you guys could understand what I was saying, because sometimes things make sense in my mind, but nobody else's. You know what I mean? We've all done it. Don't lie. What's up, PA crew? I see you down there. So I figured if you guys want to chill, I'm just going to leave it on live stream, and let's see where the damage, how far it goes down. I'm betting the crank is completely stuck. The transmission probably has a ton of wear on it all over. All those got super hot too, man. This is an oil-cooled machine. Need oil. You just, for more than just that reason. A few other things I was noticing. The oil cooler up here looks like shit, right? It's all smashed in. How do you get the rear facing of the oil cooler that smashed up, but yet the front looks halfway decent? Like, are you riding this thing down a hill backwards? What are you doing? Because this is a non-reverse one, so if you guys are thinking he was going backwards that fast, probably not what happened. But anyway, all right. We got Tim's Banshee frame back. If you guys didn't see the post, I did. Yeah. Well, not back. We did it yesterday. Where am I at here? What am I doing? I'm grabbing my tripod. Don't mind me, guys. It's Sunday. I was chilling. So a little relaxed at the moment. What? All right. Let's see here. Bear with me, fellas. Bear with me. I just did this on spur of the moment here, so not properly set up for this. Two seconds, fellas. 2 seconds. All right, so maybe give me more than 2 seconds. What's up, Cheyenne? What are you doing? Are you leaving?
Yeah.
You're leaving me?
Yeah.
Oh man, why?
Because I'm going to Nana.
Because you're going to Nona's house?
Yes.
All right, give me a hug. I'll see you later. All right, Matthew's dirty. I got greasy hand. Give me a kiss. All right. See you later. See you later, alligator. All right. Sorry, fellas. Couldn't ignore the child. You know what I mean? That's Emily's daughter. She's cool. Bear with me. Her truck's loud. She'll be out of here in 2 seconds. What do we got here? A 2000 CDI on a 05 with reverse? No, the CDIs are different, bro. The CDIs are different. You're gonna need a 05 to 07 at least. Unless you can use a 05 all the way up to 14 ones, because I don't think they were different on the newer models. Not sure though. They did change a few things on the CDIs over the years. Anyway, I'm gonna go crack this other side free and throw a 17 mil on the crank gear down there. Actually, it'd probably just be better for me to hold you guys, but I'll switch the view around in a second. Let me get this all apart over here. 10 mil, take out the big cap over here so you can spin the crank over. And then a ratchet with a 17 mil on it. So I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. I already did this about 10 minutes ago, and the outcome was kind of funny. So I'm like, let me go live real quick. But it's a regular length wrench or ratchet. I'm not on a breaker bar. I can pick the quad up with the ratchet. I can pick the quad up with it. That's how stuck this bottom end is. do not run your 400EX without oil. So obviously, I gotta start tearing the thing apart. You guys want me to film all this, man? Drop a comment right now. I'm gonna show you some more stuff on this quad. You're gonna get a laugh out of. You're gonna get a laugh out of it. Sorry about her truck, guys. If I knew she was leaving, I would have waited a little bit longer. So we got a nice Chinese coil up here. China, sweet and sour ignition. Now, I mean, you could probably run your buddy's 400EX if you parked it next to this one. Holy shit. What the hell? So, if you guys buy a Chinese aftermarket coil and your spark plug wire is still good from your OEM one, you can unscrew these caps off and you can unscrew it out of here too. If some of you guys didn't know that. I'm sure most of you know what I'm saying, but if you don't know, yeah, you don't need to check for spark at your neighbor's house. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, thing's damn near on the ground. Damn near on the ground. These are your clutch safety switch wires. This knows if you pull your clutch in, so the engine will turn over. If you're going to clip these, make sure you twist these together because you want that circuit to be closed. Let's see what else they got going on here. These green ends means this quad has a Chinese harness on it as well. Yep, these light lime green things here, that's how you can tell if your bike has a OEM wire harness on it. Seat rubbers. Somebody just cut some hose and slid those on there. I mean, it's better than nothing, but you guys can get these parts on RockyMountainATV.com. The little rubber bushings for the seat. They're like $5 a piece, man, to get the real ones, and it'll hold your seat way tighter this way. If you can grab your seat and it rattles on your quad like that, check all your bushings. Check all your rubbers. Another broken air box. Somebody had to fix this with a tab. You know, it's better than running it without it being bracketed up here. We got a, I don't know what the hell that is, a taillight off of a GSXR from like 97. No clue. I'm probably close though. That's definitely a street bike taillight. Could be an old Honda CBR taillight too. I'm not sure. I'm not really into street bikes. An aftermarket baffle. That's a cool little add-on for a stock pipe anyway. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna start tearing this thing down, and I'll film whatever carnage I get in a video, because this is probably gonna be an interesting topic for people to see. So I just wanted you guys to know what was up. You do not need reverse. Yeah, the wiring is different in the wire harness too, so you want to get the right CDI for your bike. Absolutely. I mean, it might work. I've never tried to put a different one on, but I do know that they are different part numbers, and so is the wire harness from a Bug Eye to a newer 400EX. All right, guys, I'm gonna start filming this, man. I just thought y'all would get a kick out of this thing. It is rock solid. So I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Thanks for popping in. Peace.